Hello, I'm Laura. In this video, we will review Spanish versus English phonemes, their differences and similarities. English and Spanish share many of the same consonants and spell them similarly, but the major problems center on shared phonemes with different articulations, Spanish phonemes that are absent from the English system, and dialect variations. Okay, number 1. Differences in articulation. Both languages have two phonemes symbolized as T and D, but this does not mean they are identical. In Spanish, these stops are dental, which means that the Spanish speaker pronounces them with the apex against the edges of the inner surfaces of the upper front teeth. This will sound as t, t. On the other hand, the stops are alveolar in English. The English speaker articulates them with the apex on the alveolar ridge, just above and behind the upper teeth. This will sound as t, d. Now, number 2, absent phonemes. The following Spanish phonemes does not have an English counterpart: ñ, j, and r. Ñ. This is a single nasal sound formed by pressing the middle of the tongue firmly against the palate, with the apex tucked down behind the lower teeth. There is some acoustic similarity between ñ and ni of English, but they are distinct. Cañón, canyon. J. The back of the tongue comes close to the velum to constrict the airstream and cause turbulence. It is the fricative counterpart of the stub k of English. For example, jarro and carro. Flap and trill. The Spanish distinguishes two R phonemes. With as in caro, the apex flaps once against the alveolar ridge. This is a flap. With as in carro, the apex flutters rapidly against the alveolar ridge. This is the trill. Finally, number 3, dialect variations. In Spanish, the consonants vary more. We have either presence versus absence of y and j, and presence versus absence of th and s. Lismo versus yeísmo. Y is one sound articulated with the apex down and the middle of the tongue pressed against the palate. Polio. In j, the body of the tongue comes close to the palate, leaving a space in the middle, allowing airflow without turbulence. Pollo. Dialects that distinguish from j are called yeísta and include northern Spain, northern Argentina, northern Chile, and most of the Indian highlands from Bolivia to Bogota. All other dialects are yeísta. For the vast majority of speakers, the l has become j. Ceseo versus ceseo. Peninsular Spanish uses the voiceless dental fricative th. In this articulation, the apex advances to the upper teeth and the blade is not used. Cinco, tierra. This is similar to the English thing, Kathy. This is the S that English speakers typically use. The blade of the tongue is in light contact with the alveolar ridge and forms a back-to-front groove against it. Air is forced through this little groove, resulting in hissiness. Cinco, sierra, say, soup. Is not distinguished from s in any part of Spanish America. Laminovelar s is found in most Spanish America, Central Andalusia, and among some Castilians. Okay, so let's wrap up. Both Spanish and English consonant systems are constructed similarly. Therefore, the English speaker may not need to start from scratch. We can take advantage of this when learning the consonant phonemes of Spanish or vice versa. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Created using Powtoon.